So I guess first off, tomorrow night, Adelaide United, rematch of some sorts from the controversy that all happened a month or so ago. How has the preparation been in the build-up for this one?
Look, obviously, short turnaround, so there's not much time for for too much prep. Really, it's just all about recovery and making sure we're as fit and fresh as we can be for the next game. It's already our third game in the space of 9 or 10 days. So yeah, look, it's they're all tight turnarounds, and we've got another one against Wanderers as well. So look, we're focused on each game and the details of each game, and we go through that thoroughly. But rest and recovery is obviously a massive priority as well.
You had Gianni came on for 45 minutes and then came off at half time. Was that just a fitness reason, or was it more tactical?
No. It was more precautionary. No, it's definitely not tactical. He obviously hasn't played for a long time, and coming back to his first start, didn't want to risk any soft tissue injuries. So just building him back into full game time and ensuring that we do it in a progressive way. So look, he's pulled up well, which is good news, and no doubt he'll be an important feature of our team tomorrow night.
Another home game at Central Coast Stadium. Hopeful of another good turnout?
Yeah, for sure. The crowds have been really engaged. I think the entertainment value has been amazing this year. We've had some unbelievable matches. Every match, whether we've won, drawn or lost, has been exciting, I think. So I think spectators are getting value for money. They're seeing a team who are fighting for each other. So, from a fan perspective, I don't think there's too much more they can ask for of this team and the club at the moment. We're giving our all. We're giving everything we can. Every time we step on the pitch, and no doubt that'll happen again tomorrow night.
What are you expecting from Adelaide?
Look, they're obviously on a roll. They're extremely confident. I think our win was the first win in their run that they've had of 6 in a row. Since Craig Goodwin's come in on top of that, and Jakobsen at the back, they've added a lot of quality and a lot of experience, and Ryan Strain obviously back from injury as well. So look, they're just a good solid team all round, well-coached team, experience around the pitch with a sprinkling of youth players as well who had that enthusiasm and excitement as well. Yengi up front's been a handful the last 3 or 4 matches as well. So yeah, they're a good team, and they're building nicely, and obviously a lot of confidence within their camp as well.
Given the shorter turnaround, I know you've had quite a few this year. Are you looking to perhaps rotate the squad ahead of tomorrow's match?
Look, I don't make that decision today or yesterday. We'll wait till today's session's finished, and then we'll analyse where everyone's at after all the sessions are completed, and then we'll head into the next match. But I don't have a set formula. Whoever's in the best form and whoever's in the healthiest sort of condition and whoever's right for that match are the ones that'll get selected.
I'll jump in there. I guess, is there any injuries coming up to tomorrow night's match? Is there anyone that you're still a bit of a cloud over, or?
We've got one player, but I won't share that at the moment, who's under a little bit of an injury cloud, so we'll see how he pulls up after today's session. But the majority of the squad are fine.
And what do you make of their match on Sunday against the Sky Blues?
A really tough game, tight game, could have went either way. On top of all the belief and confidence that Adelaide have got, they got a bit of a call that went their way. In terms of the penalty, it was probably one of those 50-50 ones. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. So when you're on a bit of a high, you end up making your own luck, and Yengi was in the right place at the right time to make the most of that opportunity, and obviously Goodwin put it away. But look, it was an extremely tight game, and their keeper pulled off some heroic saves late in the game to maintain the 3 points for him. So look, all across the park, from back to front, from keeper through to the back line to midfield, they're obviously exuding a lot of confidence, and that's all rubbing off on each other, and ultimately that's why they've won 6 in a row.
And as far as I guess, is there any particular players or anything like you think that's going to be the biggest challenge?
As I said, they were a good team at the beginning of the year, but adding someone of the quality of Craig Goodwin just adds a massive amount. Not only is he a good footballer, he's an experienced footballer. He's deadly off set pieces as well. An amazing left foot strike on him too. So, he's added a lot. Since Jakobsen's come back into the team, they've added one of the most experienced defenders in our league. So, they've got a lot of quality anyway. And then when you just add those two back in, it really takes their team to a new level. And I think we've seen the evidence of that in the last month.
Just lastly, I guess the Mariners, have shown a lot of people, proved a lot of people wrong this year, and you top of the table. It's the top of the table Splash, obviously. But how much does this match, mean to be able to, show that you can compete with those teams if you can get the win this week on Thursday?
Yeah, look, we played our first game on December 31, and tomorrow's April 1. April Fool's Day, funnily enough, but tomorrow's April 1, and we've been on top virtually from that first game up until tomorrow. So it's approximately 90 days we've been on top of the league table, which is a massive achievement for this group of players and for our club. But tomorrow, for the first time, in a long time, and there might have been 1 or 2 days there where we weren't top, but tomorrow, Melbourne City or Adelaide could jump ahead of us. Melbourne City kick off before us, and then obviously Adelaide are hot on our heels as well. So, we've got a massive amount to fight for tomorrow. In terms of the league table, we've defended that top position for just about 90 days, and tomorrow is our biggest challenge in maintaining that lead at the top. So it's from our mentality perspective, it's just a massive occasion, and what a brilliant place to be in. We've spoken about that during the week. What a brilliant place for our club to be in, where we're fighting in 1 versus 2 battles. It's just a massive momentum shift for the team and the players and the club, and that's why we really need the fans to embrace the team and give us every push that we can to ensure we maintain, our lead at the top of the table.
So it's safe to say that they're ready for the challenge. What sort of feel around the players, heading, what's the feel around the top?
Yeah, look, the feel is that we know how hard we have to fight. We've only lost one of our last 5 matches, and that was against Melbourne City, and that's probably the only day we've really been outplayed this year. I feel, there's definitely been patches and maybe the odd half of football where the other team was in the game and may have had a better portion of the game, but Melbourne City, I thought, were the better team, a week and a bit ago, but every other game we've been well in the game, well in contention, probably deserved to win the majority of those games, even those 1 or 2 that we lost early on. So, the feel around the camp is that we're confident, but we don't take anything for granted. We never have. Doesn't matter whether we're playing Victory or City or anyone in between. We know how hard the A-League is. Every game's a tough game. We saw last week with Victory how hard they were to break down and how willing they were to fight for a point, and the lengths they went to put their bodies on the line and their tactics on the line to get a point. And that's what you need. You need that hunger and desire at every moment to win a match in the A-League. And every point that we've got so far this year has been hard earned. And we respect how hard it is to earn those points, and we know that we've still got another 12 matches to go to maintain our level in the competition.
So that's it from me. Thank you, Staj.
Is there a bit of extra pressure coming into this one, Staj? I mean, I know the expectation from you and from within the team have always been to make the Champions League for this year. But now there's a bit of extra media attention and pressure, perhaps, external pressures onto that. Is that being addressed at all, or you're not really concerned about any of that?
I probably wish there was media pressure. There's not enough media on the A-League at the moment. When we go down to Melbourne and we see the majority of the pages filled with AFL and barely a word on the A-League, and the Sydney papers aren't too different. So, I'd probably appreciate, and I think we need to fight for more media space for football at the moment. So, look, we don't feel any of those external pressures. The pressures that we put on ourselves are high enough. We demand a lot of each other at training and in matches. So, that's enough pressure. We've got our own intrinsic motivation. We don't need extrinsic, distractions.